What's up, everybody? Welcome to Surviving Rocklahoma. I am your host with the locks that rocks your favorite sideboard to die for, Adam Richmond, and this is the official podcast of Rocklahoma Music Festival, as well as one of your favorite sources of the local music scene here in northeastern Oklahoma, referring to the Tulsa and surrounding areas. And today is a very special day as we go live this evening. Now, I know that we didn't go live last week. It was a combination of things, including the weather, and I just wasn't feeling very well at all. So we went ahead and took the week off. In the meantime, there was a national election for which we are going to avoid that topic like grim death, but we do hope everybody did exercise your right to vote, and we will leave it at that, because today our main focus is the folks who fought for our right to have the freedom to cast our ballot in a democratic country. We are referring to Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to all of the men and women who served in our armed forces. We thank you so much for your service, and we will be recognizing a few folks who decided to share their service photos for our segment called The War Face, as we celebrate our warriors. Also going to be covering, where did my show notes go? There they are. We're also going to be bringing you a Rocklahoma Rewind as we air our interview with Any Given Sin when we sat down with them at Rocklahoma. We will also treat you to a awesome cover that they did, that they were very proud of. Now, we are also going to be touching on our local music spotlight, as there is a shindig going on this weekend in Tulsa, aptly called SLUTFest. And I have got my buttons all mixed up. Where's it at? SLUTFest. Giggity. There you go. Thank you, Quagmire. I think he was already starting on our our shots, our cheers. So we'll get into that here in a little bit as well. But yes, we've got SLUTFest this weekend. Now, it's not referring to those or anything to raise an eyebrow to. We are referring to our support initiative to support local unsigned talent, and we've got a lot of great bands that are going to be playing, and it's going to be here at the Shrine in Tulsa. We're also going to be talking a little bit about the 18th annual Cancer Sucks concert that will also be happening this month, and they've got some great bands there as well. Now, that one will be a DEB Concerts production, so we'll get into that here in a second. But before we do, let's jump into the comments, shall we? There we go. And I see Christian Hopkins is here. Christy Gross, what is up, Christy? Lori Brass is also in the comments. India, the mind behind Scene Queen Graphics. We've also got Trey Reb. What is up, Trey? And we'll have more folks joining and throughout the night. I see Kay Johnson just joined in. Hey, Kay. Now, remember, folks, sharing is caring, so go ahead and share this live stream. Not because, we give stuff away on occasion, but just because we love to address the local music scene here, and we love to feature local music, and that's what it's all about. Now, before we do so, let's go ahead and get into our sponsors. First up is DEB Concerts. And rock he has been doing, rock he did at Rocklahoma 2024 and many years previous, as he powered the stage inside the Roadhouse. Now, he's got a couple of gigs coming up this weekend. including Lynch Mob. The final ride will be at the Shrine on the Friday the 15th. Also in attendance will be DEB Concert Stage alums Paralandra, and also will be Crimson Love. That's going to be a great event, 21 and over. It is at the Shrine. Now, also another gig that Doug's been backing is the Cancer Sucks benefit, as Stephen Piercy from The Rat will be playing. Also in attendance will be Quiet Riot. That's going on November 30th, and we hope to see everyone there. It is a great show for a great cause. We also want to give a shout out to At Your Service Rentals, the only place I know of where you can get your own portable restrooms at a music festival, both Rocklahoma and Born and Raised, as well as swimming pools too. Now they do stuff outside of those festivals as well. If you need portable sanitation stations, restrooms, fencing, or a whole host of other event rental services, check out aysrentals.com. Don't be stuck like that dude out in the middle of the night looking for a place to drop a deuce. Hey, what are you doing over there, buddy?
Dinner was full.
Yeah, he didn't call At Your Service Rentals. Also want to give a lot of love to ROKAVET. You know, we've been working with ROKAVET for several years now. We've given over 200 passes away to not only Rocklahoma and Born and Raised, but other music festivals as well. They are proud supporters of our men and women who have served. And tonight we have a special. I would like to break out the war face. Ladies and, if I can get it up, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is some of our community here, and these are their service pictures. Jason Troyer, you may know him as one of the faces over there at the, oh man, this thing's going fast. Christian Hopkins, another member of ROKAVET, Gerald Shores, as well as Jess Perkins. Jess was in the Air Force. We've also got Michael Freeman. You may know him as the folks that with She Hates Me Not. There's Danny Hutchins of the U.S. Army. Now, this is cool. This is a father-son duo, Leland and Dusty. Richard Willis of the U.S. Navy. Donald Hutchins of the U.S. Marine Corps. We've also got Rebecca of the Air Force. And Jim of the U.S. Army. I'm sorry, I couldn't see the name right there. Darren Pilkington, you know him of Camp Pilk, a.k.a. one of the folks who has been helping us with the campgrounds map for the last couple of years. Thank you so much, Darren. And we've got, yes, and if you would like your service photo recognized here on Surviving Rocklahoma, do us a favor, send us your war face to survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. Thank you to all of our veterans for sharing your service photos and letting us honor you. Thank you so much for your service, and hopefully all of our veteran friends out there was out and about and got some free food or some treats for this Veterans Day. And businesses, remember, you wouldn't have a business if it wasn't for those men and women who serve. So this is from a business owner to other business owners. Remember, give thanks. Give that military discount to our men and women in services. Also, folks, we want to give a shout out to the Rocklahoma bitches. These ladies are a couple of fine folks that love to support the local rock community, and a community that has outgrown the Rocklahoma campgrounds and become its own force to reckon with. And these two ladies are very much a force behind that. Also want to give a huge shout out to Photography by Angel Lee, one of our proud sponsors and partners, as she has gathered photographs for us at several Rocklahomans now, as well as several other local music events. If you need some concert photography, maybe some photo sessions for your sick band event, or just family photos, give her a shout out. Photography by Angel Lee. She is also an Air Force veteran in her own right. So if you see her, remember to thank Angel for her service as well. We also want to give a shout out to the Big Old Bus. Now, let's not forget the queen of the Big Old Bus is a Gold Star mother herself. So we want to thank the Big Old Bus for bringing a busload of debauchery to a music festival near you, not just Rocklahoma, but they've also been to a couple of other festivals, including Rock the River's first year, as well as a couple of years now at Rock the Equinox, complete with family-friendly affair during the day and our usual shenanigans at night. Absolutely love the Big Old Bus. Also, we want to thank another veteran-owned business, Metalcore Clothing. You may remember Jeremy Knight from the lead singer of the band Perseus. Once again, he is a proud veteran himself, and they have also produced 2 of our 3 T-shirts that we have for sale. The tribal skull you see there at the bottom of the screen, we've got that there on a T-shirt that's produced by Metalcore Clothing. And guys, the cloth, the quality of the cloth of the shirts they use, love it. They've also got the proud member of my local music scene that they produced for us earlier in the year. Now, if you would like some other swag and other accessories, check out our Facebook. We've got a link to our Teespring there, where you can also get your Surviving Rocklahoma swag on a wide range of clothing styles and accessories. And we also want to kick off. Now, every week we sample a new beer. And you know what? I'm out of beer. So before I run up to Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits to resupply for the show, I think, you know what? In honor of our warriors who, they just make them a little different. They need something a little stronger. So I've got some of my favorite liquor here in one of my favorite decanters, and I think it's time. You know what? I'm going to throw a shot out for you guys. Now this is Apple Crown, one of my favorites. Ooh, yeah! Now you get to see me squirm. All right, so everyone else, do me a favor and get your beverages or refreshments handy for the toast as we kick off the show. And on behalf of Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits, the folks who sell the suds to keep me sauced, we want to go ahead and kick off this show. And cheers to all of you folks on behalf of Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits. Cheers. Woo! That'll make the liver quiver. Let's see, Christian had a shot with him. The Grinch had some Fireball. Tawny is, oh my gosh, doing a shot of 101. Oh my God. And Bacardi, I'm assuming. Woo! Christy ran out of tequila, so got some peppermint schnapps. Remember, folks, enjoy your alcohol responsibly. And if you're watching the show, don't drive, because I know what we do here on the show. Trey's got some Maker's Mark. Love it. What are you guys drinking? Drop it down in the comments. And keep keep the suds flowing, folks. We got a long show. So, speaking of, let's go ahead and get into it. It is Veterans Day, folks, and this is the day we recognize all of our veterans, the men and women who risked it all. They signed their name on that dotted line, not knowing what their future would hold, but they knew they did it for their country, and for that we salute you. Now, also we were talking about the war face earlier. And once again, this is something I'd like to start doing on the show. Remember, folks, if you served, shoot us your service photos with your name and branch classification if you'd like it shared. But we are so proud to recognize our warriors here on this show. Once again, there's Jason Troyer, and we've got Christian Hopkins and a lot of other folks in that. And we will be continuing this going forward, and our war face is sponsored by ROKAVET. So what did you guys do for your Veterans Day? Me, I just sat around the house, didn't do really a whole lot. Yesterday we cooked out at my folks' house, and really had a mellow, easy weekend for myself. Did you guys do anything? I know a lot of restrooms out there give free meals to veterans, so hopefully you all took advantage of any sales or discounts you might have qualified for today. Remember, it's not just good business, it's just the right thing to do, to give a little bit back to our veterans. Christian ate a bunch of food. Now I'm enjoying the show along with my people. Thank you, Christian. Now, you know what? I like to kick off every show after a cheers. I like to play some music, and it's already half past the hour almost. So let's go ahead. We got our beverages in hand. Go ahead and pour yourself another one. Let's enjoy. Let's get our minds right. With that being said, folks, let's go ahead and kick into a couple of tunes. Now, this first musical feature, you will be seeing them this weekend. Now, these guys are everywhere. They've been on News Channel 8 a couple of times. Good Morning Oklahoma, I believe. They've also played at just about every local festival I've been a part of. Rock the River, they were absolutely amazing, and you love those choreographs whenever they get on stage. Well, you know what? I'm going to be busting a move while I toss another back. In the meantime, you guys check out their newest single from Shelter in Place. Here is Fade.
Stand alone, a dying flame once brightly shone, but now I see this time on my hands fade away.
Well, on top of the camera messing up, that was Shelter in Place, once again with Fade. That is their newest track. And you can catch them this Saturday at SLUTFest 2024. That is going to be an amazing show. We've got Shelter in Place, Sixth Gear, Oklahoma Blood, She Hates Me Not, Stilnoct, Harakiri, Sabretooth, and Off Division. We've been playing many of these bands for the last couple of years, and it's an absolute treat to be a part of this show celebrating local unsigned talent. So once again, that's SLUTFest. Support local unsigned talent. And I want to thank everybody for sponsoring this. ROKAVET, Dunk, and Tulsa Rocks, as well as, I'm trying to see what that last one is there. I'm so sorry to the other sponsor. My bad. I should have had that ready. But yes. Let's see you guys this weekend. It's going to be an awesome show. Now, this is a show dedicated and is celebrating our local favorite music festival. That would be Rocklahoma. Now, there's some news has. The rumors are already starting to fly, and I have it on good authority that one of the newest rumors regarding the festival changing or going back to May, as of right now, that is not the plan. So I'm not sure where you all heard that, but sources affiliated with the festival have confirmed with me that it's still going to be on Labor Day. However, a lineup is in the works, and we should be having a lineup announcement coming soon. When? I don't know. But when I find out, you guys will find out. And if you guys find out first, be sure you send it to me, because, I kind of got to know these things. But we did, along with photography by Angel Lee's Rebel Angel, we did cover Rocklahoma 2024. We had an absolute blast. We sat down with over a dozen artists, and we got amazing images from multiple performances, our interviews, and, just the festival itself. Be sure to head on over to Photography by Angel Lee to see all of those photos, and we will be also sharing some highlights on Surviving Rocklahoma and our Instagram. Now, one of the artists we got to sit down were a couple of guys that, I just had an absolute ball interviewing. Now, before I play the interview, I want to give you all a little heads up. It was excruciatingly hot. It was so hot that my camera and several other pieces of equipment were beginning to overheat and shut down. So me being paranoid, I had multiple devices running. So if the video gets a little choppy midway, but that's just because it was so hot. However, the audio should be great all the way through as I bring you this interview from Any Given Sin.
I am your host with the locks that rocks, Adam Richmond, and this is the official podcast of Rocklahoma, Surviving Rocklahoma, and I'm joined by a couple of gentlemen I am so excited to see on this Rocklahoma lineup. What is up, gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, Any Given Sin.
How you doing, man? What's happening?
I am doing well. How are you guys doing? How's Oklahoma?
We're doing awesome. It's been great to us so far. Yeah, perfect weather. I hear that. I just hear that today was the best weather day. Is that correct?
Of the weekend, we were rained out for about 3 hours, so we missed out about 3 hours. And today's full sun, full heat, as you guys know.
Right on.
Tell me a little bit about performing in the heat.
He has a fan, and it blows in my face constantly.
I have a $250 fan, and I don't mean a person. I mean a mechanical device that blows air. And everybody else in the band hates it because I put it on high. Of course, I'm like nice and chill, and they all like have air in their mouth and all that kind of shit. But
Yeah, I choke on it all the time. But and then it's hot. I don't feel it. I don't feel it. I just get my hair into my mouth. That's pretty much it. It doesn't cool me off.
I feel that as a fellow long hair man. I know that feeling.
And I'm frizzy as shit, so it's just like constantly in my face. But it is what it is.
wow, you have singers.
Yeah. Hey man. If you can grow this hair, you claim to.
Right? It's a commitment, y'all. The things we do for rock.
I'm telling you.
So, you guys have been around for a while. Tell me all about what's going on with you right now musically. What are you all out promoting?
So we just put out a new cover single, "Died in Your Arms Tonight" by Cutting Crew. We did not go radio with it, but it's amassed almost about 2 million streams in a few weeks. So kind of organically, which is nuts. We didn't expect that at all. So that's been pretty cool. But we're out doing the festival hopping right now. Then going back in the studio for new music around November.
Awesome. So, you mentioned you're going back to the studio around November. Do you guys go into the studio with a game plan, or do you all just show up with a case of beer and, hey, let's jam some stuff out?
We have somewhat of a game plan.
Yeah.
There's no point. We learned from the first album not to have too much of a game plan because it's going to get changed. So we just try to get a basic good melody and a chorus going, and then we work it out in the studio from there.
How does that work for you guys? Do you guys got roles, or do you just show up with a couple of notes in your pockets? Hey guys, I got this. Check this out.
We have riffs.
Yeah, I mean it can go a lot of ways. So we might have almost fully developed song. We've had it where we've had 2 songs that we meshed into one when we got to the studio, you know. So it's so there's no formula to it, I guess, you know.
Yeah,
There's definitely no blueprint.
and it's always more fun that way, right?
Sure.
Do you have any like stuff that you didn't think was going to work, and then you're like, man, that actually sounds awesome. Dynamite. Tell me about that.
First, it was going to be an acoustic song. We were hell bent on that, and our producer Trevor Kustiak at the time said, "Let's try it with the whole band." And we were like, "All right, we'll try it," but I don't think it's going to work. And obviously it did. I never thought it would be a single, and it blew up like dynamite.
How do you feel about playing that now? Like going on, you love you?
My favorite song to play live.
Love it. Speaking of playing live, tell me a little bit about your stage performance. Do you have any like routines, like warm-ups, like traditions or anything like that before you take the stage to get you in the mindset?
I do. I have like vocal warm-ups and stuff I do. Like I swear by throat coat on the road, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, anything to protect you a little bit because you're out, you do 7 nights a week or something. You're getting wrecked every night, you know. So you got to do something to, you know, keep it consistent, you know.
I don't go out there with a game plan at all. I find that it's just better. I just wing it. When I go out there. So.
There's just something about live and improv. Like, shit's going to mess up. My equipment's going to mess up. We'll just make it work. You know, as somebody who, my whole shtick is my voice. You know, after a 3-day weekend and talking to a lot of artists, I know my voice gets blown to hell.
Sure.
How do you do that? Like, day in and day out?
I don't know. I think there are people that I see that can get like wasted drunk like every night, you know, and then go out and just kill it every night. I'm not one of those people, so I've got to like keep it cool and, you know, do my little routines and things to do it. But there's some people just built for it, you know. Honestly, I think there's just some people built for it.
I imagine. Now, what about you? Like, when this heat's going, you're dehydrated, you've been partying, you've been on the road. When you start cramping up and all of this shit, what do you do whenever you can't play your instrument?
I don't really cramp up. I don't get it.
Really?
I'm not going to say how old I am, but I was around when I think the Declaration of Independence was signed, and I've been fortunate that it's I don't know. I say agile.
Good.
I mean, the heat bothers me a little bit. That's why I'm my big, $250 fan. Other than that, man, I'm all over. I love it.
So you guys have played Rocklahoma, and we've got some great photos of you all. We've got some great fan images that's going to be coming out on Facebook. Do you ever get surprised, or like you see something come out from the crowd that like, man, when did that happen on stage?
Yeah. I was surprised to see what is it, body surfing?
Oh yeah, during our slowest song.
During Dynamite.
That was great.
People were crowd surfing by the teams.
Yeah, it was
not hundreds,
fantastic.
But, during Dynamite.
Definitely not a complaint, just a new thing.
It was just odd.
That's all. Yeah. Well, you're lucky you didn't have like swimming pools and stuff. I mean, this crowd is crazy.
Yes, they are. They're great.
So we've talked a bit about your music and what feels your music, and you've alluded to a couple of things you've got coming on the run. And you guys obviously are seeing some great success for you all as an ensemble and in your careers. Do you still have a brass ring that you guys are still like, man, that's what I want. That's next that you're working for?
Yeah, I mean, as much as I know it'll be very difficult for us being a newer band. Getting to Europe and playing in Europe is something I really want to do. We kind of picked Mascot, our label, because they have such an influence over there. Just because we think the music will do well over there. We'd really like to give it a try. And just kind of expand past just the United States would be really cool.
I would agree. We've toured North America 10 times now since we've been signed, and don't get me wrong, we love North America, but there's a lot of other things out there, a lot of other untapped sources that we really need to get to.
Right. Now, you've toured 10 times. You've been across and just playing everywhere. Do you have any like standout favorite places that you like to play?
Man, I got a couple, like of a very small venue. The Machine Shop is one of my favorites in Flint, Michigan. Straight up, they do a great job there. The crew's awesome, the sound's awesome. We also got another one was cool for me. I am into old country music, so we played Kane's Ballroom, right, here in Oklahoma. And just all the history and stuff was just so fucking awesome for me.
You know that place is haunted, right?
I hope it is. I'd love to meet a ghost there because I'm sure they can teach me something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your Canes is just not 45 minutes away from here, totally. And it really is. It's a historic place there in Tulsa. Now, can you tell me a little bit about playing those smaller venues?
Sure. They are more intimate. You get to you really get to like, you're done with your set. You go out to the bar. You can talk to everybody, you know what I mean? So you get to meet your fans. They get to tell you what they like and don't like, whether you want to know it or not. You know what I mean? But it's a good thing. So you make new friends. I feel like it's just, it feels like a home kind of thing. It's more homey than some of the big venues.
I'm going to miss that. If we get too big and that stops, where we can't meet the fans afterwards, I would miss that a lot. That's one of my favorite parts for sure.
You know, that's actually a good question. This is something I always like to ask because, you know, this is a festival. And the funny thing is the campgrounds is just insane. Like, we are some of the craziest people you've ever met. Now, you guys are also on a marathon. You're on tour. You have to, like, you can't always go out and party. And, well, you can, but, you know, that's going to catch up with you. You guys, do you go mingle out in the crowd? Are you going to be out in the campgrounds this year?
At this festival, unfortunately, we will not. But yes, I do like to mingle, go out whenever we're at a show. We like to sit by our merch booth and talk to people too, you know.
Yeah.
Entice people maybe to come over and buy some merch. So yeah, we like to get out.
Speaking of, okay, so we do a lot of locals and unsigned talent, and that's one of our shticks with Surviving Rocklahoma. But we also see a lot of folks, you know, once they get on that label, you know, you still got to do that hustle and that grind, but it's different. So, like, folks like these, they got to be at that merch tent just to put gas in the tank. Tell me a little bit about the grind for you guys nowadays versus before you all got signed.
It's still pretty much the same.
And there's a lot of the same thing. It really is. I mean, you're trying to fight, doing a good job, also trying to be comfortable, also trying to not, you know, go to the red too much. In certain cases, things happen. Your bus is broke down. This happens. So it's a constant battle. It's like Odysseus, you know, and Odyssey and everything else. That's what a tour's like. You're trying to make it back to Ithaca or something. And, but it's
People think just because you're signed and they hear your song on the radio right before Metallica's song that you're at the same financial level.
Right.
I hear from my friends and people that I used to work with all the time say, well, you got rock star money now, you can afford it. I was like, if you only knew what that meant, because it is not that way. The only people that are making money in rock and roll are the mega superstars, and that is a fact.
Yeah.
So nobody is doing this for the money at this point if they're in a rock band.
Right. How much of a surprise is it for when you all set out and you decided, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to be a professional, we're going to tour, we're going to do all of this, versus now, and you look back at yourself back then, what's the biggest surprise that this is not the way I thought it was going to be?
Man,
Be careful with this one.
Oh, okay. I like that.
that's a great question.
I'm
No worries.
going to have to plead fifth on that.
That's smart, though. That's that's how you've
I can
toured.
answer the question, but I just don't want to.
I'm a married man. I know how this all works. It's a strain, though. I mean, touring, going all of this, and, you know, it's a strain on, like, personal life, your family. I mean, it is a commitment. It's a trade. And, you know, tell me a little bit about how that life comes into your music.
I guess I'd say, like, for me, it's a bit of a culture shock because I could be kind of a homebody in my own personal life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so look, I love playing music and things like that, but sometimes I get maybe overwhelmed by the amount of people I have to meet and things like that. So that's a new thing I had to like start adjusting for, you know what I mean?
It's all of us. I would say all four of us are pretty introverted.
Yeah.
And when we're home, we're home. And it's not like this big city party life or anything. So, you know, I'm at home petting my cat, seeing him, you know, hanging out with my daughters. I planted a fucking garden. Can I say fucking? It's fucking.
Oh, yeah.
I planted a fucking garden earlier this year. And just, you know, all four of us have that in common. We're very, very introverted kind of people.
Yeah.
So this is a big thing for us.
Yeah.
And honestly, for me, I get a little bit of anxiety sometimes from it.
Anxiety really, I mean, it gets everybody. And it is so... I know a lot of people who want to do what you all do, and they are so terrified of that anxiety. And it just walking up and being social when you're not feeling to be social, or just being self-critical. Can you tell me a little bit about overcoming that?
Yeah, you just kind of do it. I mean, to be honest, you do it and then get the courage to do it later. I think I heard that in a movie one time. But it's good advice. You kind of just push through it, and you figure out little ways, you know, finding like when you're on tour, you find your little places that you can be alone for a second and decompress or something, so you can be out there and be what you need to be when you need to be it, kind of thing.
I love it, guys. I know we got really deep, and I know we talked about your music a lot. We absolutely love y'all's performances, and we are so glad to see you all playing at Rocklahoma 2024. You know, before I let you gentlemen go, I like to have all of my guests give them a chance to directly talk to their fans, acknowledge the folks who just watched them. Ladies and gentlemen, Any Given Sin, gentlemen, the stage is yours.
What's up? I would just like to personally say thank you guys very much for believing in us, for listening to us, and being our fans. We would be nothing without you. It would not work without you, so thank you.
100%. And for the Rocklahoma fans tonight, this is our first Rocklahoma. Thank you guys so much for the welcome that we got. You were awesome. We will definitely be back, and we hope you are too.
Wonderful, guys. Once again, thank you so much for joining me and sitting with me. For Any Given Sin, I am your host with the Locks That Rocks, Adam Richmond. This is the official podcast of Rocklahoma, Surviving Rocklahoma. And until next time, rock on.
That was my interview with Any Given Sin at Rocklahoma this year, just a couple of months ago, and those guys were absolutely awesome to sit down and hang out with. They were very proud, specifically of a cover they did of a rock classic. Ladies and gentlemen, I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. And that was the Cutting Crew cover, or the cover of the Cutting Crew song, I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. That was Any Given Sin. Studio audience, give some love. Let's see those heart emotes, those reacts in the comments. Also want to welcome into the comments, what up, Sean Nations from Even in Death. Let me tell you, I consider myself a ninja at Rocklahoma. I mean, I pop up everywhere. This is the only guy I know of that can be in more places at one time than me. So what's up, Sean? Yes, once again, that was Any Given Sins cover of I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. You know what? I love that take of that song. You know, I love covers. I really do. I like to hear the original, but I also like to hear somebody else do an interpretation of it and see how it comes out. And we love to feature those right here on the show. If you would like to be featured on the show, shoot us an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. Now, we've been talking about this local festival happening this Saturday. You know, the night before the DEB concerts, it will be putting on a show at the Shrine. It's the Lynch Mob's final ride, along with Rocklahoma alums Paralandra. Also playing will be Crimson Love. And let me tell you, I saw these guys play a couple of weeks ago, and Crimson Love absolutely brings it. Excuse me. Also, we've got the support for those of you who want to support local unsigned talent. SLUTFest is this Saturday at the Shrine. You already saw Shelter in Place, Sixth Gear, Oklahoma Blood, She Hates Me Not, Stilnoct, Harakiri, Sabretooth, and Off Division will all be playing this weekend. Once again, this is a local show that, you know, I absolutely believe in. Here in Oklahoma, we've got just so many talented artists. There's just such great music coming out of this area. And this is one of the events where we get to celebrate that. So even if you're in a band that's not playing, come on out and support the other locals. If you'd like us to play your music, shoot me an email. It's so super easy to get in. Now, their tickets are still on sale now. They are, if I can see my own flyer, $15 in advance or $20 the day of the show. And this is going to be an awesome show, guys. Now, we love to encourage everyone to submit to the Rock Box. And what the Rock Box is, this is a place for local artists to get seen. This is a platform for local artists to get heard. Do you take photos? Shoot us your photos. Do you like to write? Go to a local event and send me your reviews, your takes on the shows. And bands, if you want to be featured here on the show, submit your music. And an example of one of the great bands that we like to feature, they have put into the Rock Box a few times. They played a lot of local shows, and they will be playing this weekend at SLUTFest. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Stilnoct.
As a boy, my mama told me you think way too much. I said
And that was Stilnoct. And you can catch them this weekend. So stand with your local unsigned talent. That's right. SLUTFest is this Saturday at the venue Shrine. $15 in advance, $20 day of. And hit up the bands that are playing. I'm pretty sure most of the bands have got tickets on sale now. Now, we also want to, as we wrap up this show, well, before we do so, I want to give a special thanks to all of you who have been sending stars. You know what? It has official. The Stars Wars has returned, and we've seen some contenders right now for top stars senders. Now, what those stars are, those little bits of currency. That's how we monetize the show. We can't monetize by views because we feature so much live music. Because of that, we fund the show through a multitude of ways, including selling merch, as well as these stars are very much a big part of it. So I want to thank everybody for sending stars. I see Trey Webb sent a bunch. Tawny Elk has also sent a couple. Thank you guys so much. Now, if you do send stars, keep in mind that every show we take our top stars senders and we qualify you for a prize to be given away at the end of the month. What could it be? I don't know. Could it be some merch? Could it be concert tickets? Could it be something special? That's just the beauty of it. So for supporting at your local podcast, this is how we give back. So thank you all so much for participating in the Stars Wars. I'm sorry, Tawny. My bad. Party foul. My bad. Sorry, Tawny. With that being... also, folks, yes, and I totally got myself sidetracked. Let's see where we are at. You know, we also covered Born and Raised. I've really got to get those interviews done so that we can get those released and we can bring you a Red Dirt edition of Surviving Rocklahoma. But, you know, as we round out the hour, it is 10 o'clock. So as we sum things up, we'd like to thank everybody for participating in the show, joining us in the comments, continually sharing and donating stars, or just sending us some cash to Surviving Rocklahoma on Cash App. All of those ways, all of those help fund the show, and it's with your support that we have become the recognized platform that we are as we support local unsigned talent. Now, if you would like to be featured on the show, it's super easy. Just submit your music, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. While you're at it, include an EPK. Let me know where you guys are playing so that we can tell folks where to catch your next performance. Submit your gigs, folks. And for all of you that are listening or watching, remember to hit that like, follow, and subscribe button. Those numbers do matter. Now, speaking of subscribers, this Facebook page, you can subscribe for $4.99, cancel anytime, and that monthly subscription puts you automatically in the drawing for other prizes throughout the month, along with the winners of the Stars Wars and anyone else who qualifies through the various ways we do qualifications, whether it be the live stream here, comments on the Facebook page, or other contests. So those subscriptions will get you entered into some really cool drawings. And that, once again, we thank all of you folks for supporting the show. Now, as we close things out, folks, you know what? I tell you what, I like opening this decanter too much. I want to thank my wife. This was a present from my wife, a Skull decanter, and I have yet to break it out on the show. So I tell you what, this is the time, because you know what? We are sipping on beverages of a stronger variety this episode, because we are celebrating our warriors, as today is Veterans Day. So I would like to pour a stiff drink for all of our men and women in uniform who have at one time risked it all, put their name on the line to sacrifice it all for the freedoms you and I take for granted. And today is the day. If you have one in your family, if you have a good friend that served, be sure to thank them for their service. And on behalf of Prior Liquor Wines and Spirits, cheers. With that being said, folks, let's go ahead and pay homage to some of our other sponsors. DEB Concerts. And rock they shall be doing. Remember, they got 2 shows coming up. One, they've got the Lynch Mob this Friday with Paralandra and Crimson Love at the Venue Shrine. Also, they've got Cancer Sucks featuring Stephen Piercy of Rat alongside Quiet Riot. That'll also be at that one's at Kane's Ballroom. That's November 30th. We also want to give a shout out to At Your Service Rentals for being the official Pooh crew and purveyors of the Pooh Shacks for a campsite near you. Also available outside of Rocklahoma, born and raised. It doesn't matter what's going on. If you have an event, some construction, or you just need more facilities for folks, AYS Rentals has got your back. Also, a lot of love. This is a special day for all of our veterans, and I am so proud to represent my ROKAVET t-shirt. Remember, you can get your ROKAVET merch by just check them out on Facebook, ROKAVET, and they are a national non-profit group. So, folks, they've got their 501. It is national. I am so proud of all of the folks. A good friend of mine, Jason Polk, launched this initiative several years ago, and he just did it as a way to give thanks to our veterans back when Rocklahoma was on Memorial Day weekend. And since then, it has all snowballed. It has grown bigger and bigger and bigger than anything he could have imagined. Those are his words. He's also linked up with some other folks who have been helping him out and taking ROKAVET to new heights. And I want to give a special thanks to our veteran friends, Christian Hopkins, Heath Wadsworth, Greg Tria, and I see Coda Motoya is also in there as well as everybody else affiliated with ROKAVET. You guys doing my work with this veteran organization and giving back, this gives me so much fulfillment in ways that I just cannot properly articulate. So I'm very grateful for my partnership with ROKAVET. Also want to give a lot of love to our Rocklahoma bitches, the ladies who bring the attitude as well as the support of the local music scene. These ladies can be found at Rocklahoma and Born and Raised, where they fly by the Redneck Bitches moniker. Be sure you guys give them a lot of love. Huge shout out to Christy and Kendra. Also want to give a shout out to a gold star mother, Shannon Bollinger of the Big Old Bus, who brings a busload of debauchery to a festival near you. Now, you say you're going to have a local festival or a big event where maybe even there's going to be some camping and you need something going on in the campgrounds. Well, give the Big Old Bus a call and they'll see what they can do for you guys. Once again, that's the Big Old Bus. You can find them on Facebook. And we already did a cheers. So as I let my liver stop shivering, I want to just sign off by saying thank you guys. This past week, our country exercised its right to democracy, and people stand for what they believe in, and that's something to be proud of. That's what makes America great, is the fact that people stand for what they believe in, and they are so passionate about the country they live in. Now, it doesn't matter how an election turns out, whether you voted for the winner or you didn't. That's democracy, and that's what our men and women in arms fought for, is for you to have the right to choose. And it's because of that we want to remind everybody that we are all friends and family. We are all brothers and sisters, we are citizens of this country. And regardless of how we feel about politics, that we have to show unity, because united we stand, divided we fall. So remember to put our differences aside. We have to coexist, and we have to appreciate each other, because never forget, you never know who's going to be here tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage everybody to stay on the positive side of life. And until next time, rock on.